Fourth generation 1975 to 1989. So this was year in which fourth generation computers were involved from 75 to 89. Average number of electronic components packed on a silicon chip doubled each year after 1965. This process soon led to the era of large scale integration (LSI), when it was possible to integrate over 30,000 electronic components on a single chip. So in LSI, 30,000 components were allowed, followed by very large scale integration (VLSI), when it was possible to integrate about 1 million electronic components in a single chip. This progress led to a dramatic development, creation of a microprocessor. So in LSI, electronic components, that means the transistors, they were 30,000 on a single chip, and in VLSI it was 1 million, that means 10 lakh computer 10 lakh electronic components were on a single chip. So a microprocessor was developed after that. So on a single chip it was possible for deploying such a large scale of components. So the processor was formed, and that processor was called as microprocessor. A microprocessor contains all circuit needed to perform arithmetic, logic and control functions. That means ALU, that is arithmetic logic unit, the core activities of all computers on a single chip. So on a single chip it was possible for developing or deploying all the components. Hence it became possible to build a complete computer with a microprocessor, a few additional primary storage chips. So we were building a complete microprocessor or a complete computer on a single chip. And other support circuitry. It started a new social revolution, personal computer PC revolution. So personal computer were developed after that. So revolution, that means it was a different kind of progress. That means personal computers were possible. Now overnight computers became incredibly compact. They became inexpensive to make, and suddenly it became possible for many to own a computer. So they become cheap. Computers were becoming cheap, and it was possible for many to own a computer. Now by 1978, Apple II from Apple Computer Inc. and TRS-80 model from Radio Shark division of Tandy Corporation were dominant personal computers. So in that era, Apple II and TRS-80 were two dominant personal computers. By 1980s, IBM realized that the personal computer market was too promising to ignore, and came out with its own PC in 1981. So IBM developed its first personal computer, and IBM was a giant in industry. So it was called as IBM PC. During fourth generation, semiconductor memories replaced magnetic core memories, resulting in large random access memories (RAMs) with very fast access time. So RAM were memories having very fast access time. Hard disk became cheaper, smaller and larger in capacity. Fourth generation saw advent of supercomputers based on parallel vector processing and symmetric multiprocessing technologies. So supercomputers were developed in era of fourth generation. A supercomputer based on parallel vector processing technology contains a small number of custom designed vector processors. So it has a small, very uh, that means a large number of small vector processors which are connected to a large number of high speed data access shared memory modules through custom designed higher bandwidth crossbar switch network. So these supercomputers were uh, connected with the crossbar switch network, that means which was able to travel data very fast. So it was high bandwidth crossbar switch network.